Welcome back to one's journey of unwinding the mind and, of course, your daily microdose. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out at all on your daily microdose. Now, tune in to the latest episode of One's Journey. Today, I'm going to talk about the body. This is an interesting subject because I think a lot today in the movement of higher level consciousness, we are taught that your body is your temple, your body, get out of your mind and into your body. And I'm here to tell you that your body's just an illusion and cannot do anything on its own. It cannot heal anything. It cannot make itself sick. It cannot heal itself. It literally, think of a hologram. A hologram is only what is projected out from the machine that is projecting it from the projector. If in fact, which I believe is fact, your body is a piece of this illusion projected out of the mind, it cannot look like anything that isn't coming from the projector, which is the mind. Oh, wow. And again, just to recap about the mind, there's two pieces of belief systems within the mind, right? The ego and the Holy Spirit, the highest self. Within the mind, there's two belief systems that then project out our illusion, which is the body. It's the vessel that we believe we live in, what we think we are. I'm here to say you're not your body. Your body was created by the belief system of the ego to reiterate your separation constantly, all of the time. Think, what is the closest we can get to another being? Sex. And even then, you have not become one. You still have skin that separates you, everything else. So essentially, this is your separation vessel. Welcome to your separation vessel. In the process of untying the ego, it gets really muddy when you're constantly operating a separation vessel because it is a constant reminder to you of separation. Because this is an illusion and being projected out, as I said, it cannot do anything on its own. Me moving my arm is because of the mind. The mind is moving the arm. And when I talk about the projection of the mind, I'm not talking about your brain. I'm not talking about any of your organs. Those are a part of the illusion. They don't do anything on their own either. Your heart, I think it says it beats on its own. You breathe on your own. And I might be completely wrong on that, but I know there's an organ that works without you thinking about it in your brain, but it's the mind. The mind is continuously causing it to appear as though it's still beating. And of course, because the ego's ultimate goal is death and separation, because death is the ultimate separation here in this illusion. That's why the body can die. It can deteriorate. It can age. It can do all those things that constantly remind us of separation. You're born with no hair, then you get hair, so you're separated from the people with no hair, and then you get old, and then you're separated from hair again. Your body is constantly an influx of reminding you of separation at so many levels. But again, it is just a projection of the mind. You cannot not change anything with the body alone. The body cannot change it. It is the mind, always. I know this is going to be like, no, Ash, there's going to be a lot of feedback here, and I'm open to that. But in reality, in this way of looking, if we are truly living within a hologram, then the understanding that you are in hologram as well. And holograms don't do anything that they're not programmed to do from the projector. Again, I know I've said this multiple times in this video, but it is a very significant observation to get through and understanding. That means the body can't do anything on its own either. Healing it with external things is, or what appear to be healing with external things, is actually just your mind responding to it and projecting the illusion that would entail healing, or a projection that would entail sickness, a physical representation of what is going on in the mind again. And again, when you hear the word mind, I do not mean brain. The brain is a part of this illusion. It is a part of your body when we are talking about it. The mind, again, is the one operating it. It is responding to these external things and then projecting from that. Mind blown. Have you ever had a time in your life where it was chaotic and it was like one thing after another? Everyone in the household was constantly getting sick, and then maybe someone was diagnosed with disease, all that, because it's a representation of what's going on in the mind. And the more negativity, the more shame and guilt and lack of forgiveness and anger and sadness, that will all be projected out. When you do the healing and you get to a state of love and happiness and gratitude consistently, you begin to project that out. If you look at old pictures of me when I was at some of the lowest points after my divorce, I literally look, I don't know, 10 to 15 years older than I do today. And that was like almost 10 years ago. That it has nothing to do with the external things, and it has everything to do with the internal. And exercising and eating healthy are a reflection of the mind being disciplined. It's just a reflection. Today, I eat very healthy. I exercise. But it has nothing to do with external and everything to do with the internal. It just flows. It doesn't even feel like a have to anymore or a want to. It just is. It's just a part of me. And it's all due to the mind work that is being done, which is forgiveness at the level of the mind and truly finding my way to love and peace internally. There's a woman who states, want to lose weight? Learn to forget. I mean, that is the reality. Your projection, and right now we're just talking about the body, is a direct representation of the mind. And I'm not talking about the brain. I'm not talking about a lot of times get out of your mind into your body. A lot of times it's get out of the brain into your body. I'm talking about focus on what is truth here. Medicine. I talked a little bit about how anytime we try to do healing with the external things, our mind is responding to that and projecting the illusion. And there's a lot of universal understandings of do this, this is the response. Take this, this is the response. Remember, we are one projected into many, and the one has a lot of like blankets responses to certain things, whether it be drugs or, foods, whatever that may be. So it's like the mind has this understanding that those things project this illusion out. Those can change based on the individual projections as well, where they're projected, how they're tied into other areas. But medicine is a placebo. And it is completely okay if that is what your mind currently needs to respond and project health. I'm not here saying like, don't take medicine, don't, go get the massage, don't do, this or that. But when you place your entire salvation on it, you are just placing it externally again. But if now in the moment, your mind needs that placebo in order to project that health, then do it. By all means, do it. And I've done it along my life as well. And still, I take lactate. Do I know that it really is doing anything other than my mind believes it is? No. Do I believe it is? No. But I know in order for my projection of my body to not be bloated and feel like absolutely shit in this moment because I haven't untied some things, lactate works great. And so I take lactate. But again, by no means am I telling you to stop taking medications. I recently knew a woman who struggles with thyroid issues, and she was having a flare up with her hyperthyroidism. And it was interesting because she's on a journey of untying the ego as well, and really stepping into love and forgiveness and understanding, ego versus Holy Spirit, highest self. And she was really in a conflictual point, a point where there was a lot of conflict in the mind between the two belief systems of the ego and the Holy Spirit, highest self. And then literally her body, because thyroidism is an autoimmune disease and it's your body fighting itself, her body was projecting exactly what was going on in the mind. And she hadn't had a flare up in years, but it happened because it was a projection of the mind. Next time you start to feel sick or you feel an ache in your body, get curious. Understand that the healing truly occurs at the level of the mind. And I'm not saying that you are, can make miraculous miracles at the level of turning someone who's blind to being able to see. But I'm saying as you continue to move forward in this, you can continue to project a healthier level of the body. I was diagnosed with bipolar. I was diagnosed with narcolepsy. I think it still might be on records, the narcolepsy. I had polymorph. Essentially I was allergic to the sun, right? And now I live in Florida and I don't break out at all. And I used to take some very harsh medications for it. And now every now and then I might get a little broke out, but I'm able to correlate that I was very much coming from a place of fear recently when I do break out. But by no means is it continuously, constantly a part of my life anymore, because I am healing that piece at the level of the mind. So it's no longer projecting the shit going on inside outside. And as you go on this journey and understand this about the body, there may be things that were already predetermined or a part of your forgiveness lessons. I'm trying to help you understand that your healing occurs within the mind, not in your body. When you heal the mind, you heal the illusion. You heal everything, and your body is the illusion and cannot do anything on its own. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this, or I believe this is going to be a very controversial topic. Please share. Remember, this is a respectful place where we are allowed to get curious and be vulnerable and honor one another's opinions while still trying to figure out what our truth is. That's my truth. I love you tons. I hope some resonate with you. Take what feels right, mull over whatever doesn't. And remember, my last video I did, Mirror, Mirror, when things prickle you, it's for a reason. I invite you in to get curious and to support one another on this journey home. And thank you for being a part of Big Miracle Energy, the Be Me family. Oh, we can make a song. All right. Love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day.